In the present world, the main tool to defeat the enemy is missiles because nuclear bombs are banned and are now used as an alternative to nuclear bombs. This terrible missile has recently added a terrible chapter to the pages of history by eluding Israel's Iron Rome, which has shown the world the true identity of the terrible power of missiles. When a missile is launched, it moves towards an infinite battlefield as a terrible signal. The missile, which runs several times faster than anything else, is like an invisible messenger of death. With each launch, the missile runs with a terrible signal. The speed of this missile hides the potential death of innocent people. Just as the flames of fire spread around, the explosion of the missile is also an instant destructive explosion where the world comes to a complete standstill. The enemy's base, buildings, and weapons are destroyed. This new reality of modern warfare. Since the use of humanitarian weapons is prohibited, missiles have become a popular weapon for everyone. It is used in multiple environments, on the road, in the sky, and even in the depths of the sea. But the question is how missiles actually work, what is the physics behind it, and its enormous power. Where does it come from and how does it run after the target and hit it with absolute precision? But before knowing these, we need to know about the types of missiles because missiles are basically of two types, ballistic and cruise missiles. Ballistic missiles are designed in such a way that they do not need to be controlled after launch and therefore they are called unguided missiles. But cruise missiles are completely the opposite, which can be controlled even after launch, so they are called guided missiles. So when a cruise missile runs towards the enemy, it stops only after destroying the enemy. Wherever the enemy goes, it runs after him at a high speed and destroys the enemy. Before knowing how this cruise-guided missile can hit a moving target, let's know what substances are hidden inside this terrible missile. Basically, all the explosives inside the missile are covered with a strong steel case or casing. Its front part is very high so that the speed does not decrease due to wind resistance. This front part, because of its smooth running, the missile is able to overcome strong wind obstacles. The missile's power, speed and stability all work together like a hunter stalking prey in the dark of night. To be honest, when you look at the effectiveness of the missile, it seems as if the missile has life. Not only that, the wings or fins of the missile are electronically controlled, which help the missile turn in different directions. When these fins are controlled, the missile can turn up, down, right, left, at any angle at any moment. This creates stability for the missile so that it does not deviate from its path for a moment. Now let's go inside the missile. Basically, the missile has three main parts: the seeker, the explosive material, and the fuel seeker, which are essential for the effectiveness of the missile. Because through this, the enemy's position is identified. The seeker has technologies like thermal imaging cameras, infrared imaging and high-accuracy inertial navigation. Yes, this hunter determines the enemy's position and then instructs the missile to chase it. Then comes the warhead, which contains explosives. Everything from the detection or identification of this terrifying weapon to its destruction is involved in a perfect plan, and the power to run faster than the sound of the missile comes from fuel. Two types of fuel are used in missiles, solid and liquid. Most missiles usually use solid fuel, along with different types of oxidizers to burn this fuel. The main function of this oxidizer is to burn the fuel, and so the fuel and oxidizer are packed together in a metal casing that creates an electrical high voltage. When it burns, the gas starts to be released at a high speed through the nozzle at the bottom of the missile through the combustion process of the propellant. The force of the gas release forces the missile body to run forward at high speed in the opposite direction, and thus the missile can chase the target at high speed. But now an important question is how the missile detects the target and is able to destroy it. We have to remember that the missile can be launched from anywhere. It can be from an underground fighter jet or a car. However, the missile has a base station where there is a radar that starts emitting radio waves around it. When an enemy fighter jet enters the radar range of the target, it is detected immediately. This process of detection is sometimes done using satellite technology in space, which is used to launch missiles from one country to another. Yes, in this way, the target information of the detector is sent to the seeker of the missile through the radar or satellite. The seeker then locks onto the target and starts moving towards the target due to the high speed of the fuel through the nozzle. Whenever the missile gets very close to the enemy, the seeker uses a sophisticated technology. After confirming the enemy's position through the missile's wings, it starts turning right, left, up and down, thus helping the missile determine the right path to reach the target. When the missile touches the target, it explodes and destroys the enemy. The enemy is destroyed in this way. The success rate of the missile is about 90%. But yes, it is a scary truth that missiles are creating death in our surrounding environment where no one is safe. It is a weapon that puts the lives of millions of people at risk. This is a new reality of modern warfare where the power of technology creates fear in our brains, and so it can be said that it is not just a technology but it is a symbol of destruction and death. Thousands of missiles are ready all over the world to demonstrate their destructive power. In some great war, perhaps all missiles will show their terrible power, so we should pray that the people of the world do not have to see that day.